Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to NEWSBEAT Live's nightly broadcast. Okay, where do I start? I'm sick. I fight every day to micromanage me turning off the microphone when I have to cough, so I'm not coughing in your eardrums. Again, I know I probably slipped at least 2 or 3 times. I do apologize for that, as it is just a little bit tasking to do what I'm doing. So, quick update. I sold another third of the Aussie dollar yen. Why? I don't know. I just like taking profits and things, I guess. And granted, it just if it keeps going higher, you know, it'll obviously be a quote unquote bad sell. But I really like what we've been doing with the forex markets. We're buying on such nice levels. I mean, look, I know I'm going to get stopped out on a trade. I know I will, but we've been pretty much holding strong, and the majority of our trades have not been getting stopped out, which is quite phenomenal. Not only that, the majority of my trades I don't wait for the take profit level. Like, for example, on the other trade, I had 3 standard lots times 15, and depending on your size, you're making about $350 if you sold with me per standard lot. If you have 45 standard lots, it's a lot of money. So, kind of hard for me. I'm still trying to get accustomed to hold. I think you did the right thing earlier, Peter, by holding a third, regardless of how this trade pans out with the New Zealand Swiss franc. Because here's the bottom line, even if I sold 2/3, the bottom line is there's a chance this thing might want to go all the way to like 0.69 and change. And you could hit like a little mini home run with an idea like this. I mean, there's a good chance that this thing just keeps climbing off of the level we called. So with that being said, I'm still not sure how I feel about longer term forex swings, but I think you're going to start seeing a little bit more of that for me, at least with partials of the position. Like for example, if you had like 3 standard lots of New Zealand Swiss franc, just consider it a size. Consider it 3,000 shares. It really doesn't matter, what you want to call it. It's money. And if I went down to 500, if I sold 2,500 shares and held 500 for a swing with a stop loss, right below, where I bought it, I could tighten up that stop loss. So, like for example, right now I'm out of the New Zealand Swiss. I was out of it this morning. If you're still holding it, you're actually getting a better price than I did this morning, slightly. If you're long this, if I was long this, I could put in a stop at 0.67213. You know. And given the fact that you bought this thing right there, right above there, it's not a bad risk reward. It's obviously not a bad risk reward. You're probably gonna sell for pretty much break even. So I've really been trying to focus. And by the way, we bought New Zealand Swiss at 0.67284. The low, this is a daily chart. The low was 0.67214. We are buying at 0.67284. To give you an idea of what that would look like in the stock market, it would be like buying a stock on a deep pullback at $50 and the low of the day is like 49.99 or 49.98. That's the best comparison to what I could give you for that level we nailed. And it's not a coincidence that you constantly see my levels just nailing that day low, like almost perfectly. It's not a coincidence. It's because I am exuding and showing you the true algorithmic analysis. There's a majority of black boxes out there that buy and sell at certain levels. At other levels, you have different percentages of black boxes that are buying and selling. That's what makes choppy action. But the levels that I'm giving you in Forex, the vast majority of those boxes will be buying or selling at my levels. And it will always happen, whether I'm right or wrong, whether it gets stopped out or not. You're going to see this, and this is going to be sort of a theme. Oh, I bought this right near the day lows. I shorted this right near the day highs. So if you want to join me on a trade I just chased, I just bought in one standard lot of the euro pound. This is a trade we almost got filled on. Now you might be looking at this. I put in my level at 0.88555. The day low is 0.88568. So I literally just paid 0.88638 for the name. I'm down a little. You could get a better price than me. I just bought it tonight, not even minutes ago. I chased it at 7:23. I literally chased it like 8 minutes ago. I just chased one and I set a stop loss. So when you guys see your Forex tonight, just please keep in mind you might see a fill here in euro pound. You might say, Mark didn't put in that entry. This is me saying, oh, come on, are you kidding me? And I chased it for a third of the size that I normally do. The Aussie yen, I was obviously 3 times heavier. I sold 2/3 of it by now, and it's still in the money, still working, still producing capital for us. That was another sick buy. And this one was actually my worst buy. The day low on that was 84.5005. I bought 84.684. That's like buying a stock again at like $50.10 and the day low was $50. Like that. It was minuscule. And look at that beautiful green bar. So I'm going to continue doing this. I humbly feel that as long as algorithmic trading exists, which is, in my opinion, everybody has their own opinion, over 95% of the Forex volume is done through algorithms. 100,000 traders aren't doing as much volume as a Saxo bank, for example. So I'm saying 95% of the volume of Forex is being done by robots. And to me, that is the greatest blessing on the planet. Because, excuse me, I turn off my mic when I have to cough. So if you hear me like say because and then you hear my mic go silent, then I come back on, it's because I don't want to, cough in your ears. I have a feeling this strategy is going to work for a very long time. I don't see algorithms going anywhere. And there's a reason why we're just consistently making money in Forex at the most phenomenal consistency rate that many people have seen. And the reason for that is there is $6 trillion a day being done by algorithms. That is more than our markets combined. That's more than the NASDAQ and NYSE combined times 10. More than that. Imagine America's stock markets times 10. There's 10 United States of America. I don't even think there are 10 continents, are there? North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, Antarctica. There's seven continents. If there was a U.S. stock exchange on every single continent, and then 3 continents magically appeared and also had the same stock exchanges as us, Forex would be more than that. So for that, and I repeat that because when people ask me, how the hell is this just consistently making money, that is the right answer, or at least that is my answer. That or there's this huge conspiracy and they're spying on me and watching our levels and putting in their orders behind us, which, considering the amount of money they're trading compared to the amount of money I'm trading, which is not like non-existent compared to like hundreds of billions of dollars in currency exchange, it ends up being insignificant. But it's just funny how well this strategy works. I mean, when we lose money and we make money, it almost feels like 4 to 7 steps forward, 1 step back. 4 to 7 steps forward, 1 step back. That's how it feels like. And what that's actually doing, believe it or not, the funny thing is if you actually were copying all these trades and you actually brought your results to professional firms, which are mostly located outside the U.S. when it comes to Forex. Forex is actually minuscule in the United States of America. Once you leave U.S., it's more popular than everything. Trading Forex is the most popular form of trading outside the U.S., more than any of the stock exchanges. In fact, the Forex actually does more money than every single stock exchange on the planet combined every single day. And I keep reiterating that to let you know that it's not our volume that's moving this thing, and this thing is also infinitely expandable. And I talk about it because it's just so sweet. I think I finally figured it out. I wasn't this good at Forex 2 years ago. I wasn't. Wasn't this good at Forex a year ago. I wasn't. That's me admitting to you that I'm evolving. You know? I didn't go to the bathroom one day after having a cup of coffee and say, wow, it doesn't even smell anymore. No. I had to go through my hardships. That's sort of like not true because I really didn't have Forex hardships. I did have like down weeks and whatnot, but I was always positive. But from where I was to where I am today is a world of difference. And I'm continuing to grow. So basically, it's funny. There's a trader who follows us here. He pays for the full room subscription and he never signs into our chat room. He only, he doesn't even sign in here into the nightly or watch on YouTube. He started watching on YouTube. Now he doesn't care anymore. He's just like, you know what? I'm paying money for the service. I'm just going to get your Forex ideas. He started with a $250,000 account. The dude had some money and he's up sick. He's up like 137,000. It's stupid money. Stupid money. And he's like, why am I not going to pay $100 or whatever? He actually signed up for the yearly for $19.99. We had I told him, I'm like, look, we had a special recently where it was like $900, and he's like, don't worry about it. I'm fine. Like that. And what did this dude do? Nothing. So what I want to do is I'm going to transform the way you make money. I'm going to transform it. Now, every day I work hard to figure it out and do all the hard work to figure out how to make money and try to bring you alongside that ride with me. This is not going to be like that. This is not going to be like that. This is going to be me just sharing with you exactly my levels. You want to copy my Forex trades for tonight? Sure. I don't even need to begin to tell you what brokerages and banks around the world pay for this information in which you are seeing right now. They pay a large percentage of their gains. A very large percentage of their gains to copy exactly what you get to copy for free right now. And I am going to convert this into a service. This isn't going to be free forever because basically it shouldn't be. One, I mean, I would love to offer it for free for as long as I can, but at the same time, I do work for a company, and this company does want to profit on this, and you know what? They deserve to. What, you're telling me if this was like $50, $100, or $200 a month to make how much money that you wouldn't sign up for it? Now I'm going to try to get a grandfathered rate in for people in the room. People signed up for my service now. I want them to be grandfathered in, and that's up to me to negotiate it. But for brand new people, and this strategy is going to be shown probably to over 1 million people, I want to create a rate which goes up a minuscule amount every month. So maybe the first month it's $200, then the next month it's $225, then the next month $250. But the service keeps going up in value. And that's how I want to structure it. I mean, the bottom line is you're going to see me leaning more and more towards this. Not that I'm giving up on the stock market, But again, I'm not even. Look, if I'm doing something that sucks, I'll tell you guys. I'm the first to admit it. Again, like I said before, I don't go to the bathroom after a cup of coffee and act like there's no smell. Okay? Like, I know when I'm doing something great, and I know when I'm doing something crappy, and I know when I'm doing something in between. This is great. And when I see an opportunity like this, you know what I'm thinking? This is more effective than mining cryptocurrency. What do I mean? You can literally take the profits that you are just quote unquote mining. When you're mining, you're really doing no work. You're having someone else do the work for you, and you're paying an electricity bill and an internet bill and making sure your stuff doesn't burn out. That's what's happening. So I'm setting up a cryptocurrency mine. I have ideas. I'm not allowed to offer anyone here the service, but pretty much from for legal standpoint, I have friends who are doing it, and they're like literally ordering these rigs from China, and they want to mine bitcoins. So what I'm saying is, okay, you're going to spend X amount on electricity, X amount for the rigs. You're going to mine these much bitcoins. If Bitcoin is this price, you'll make this much, and anything higher is gravy, right? Because depending on the price of Bitcoin, your costs will always remain the same, generally speaking, approximately speaking. I know you could twist some things in there with the amount of Bitcoins. I don't want to get into that conversation. But pretty much you could take the money that you're doing here, and I got this idea from one of the members in YouTube who came here and basically said, I'm just taking all the money and I'm buying Bitcoins. He literally bought 12 Bitcoins. He literally was copying this for a couple months and bought 12 Bitcoins. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, this son of a bitch is so smart. Oh, and yeah, this broadcast at night is rated R. During the day we're PG-13. So I do use interesting words. And I'm sick, so I really don't feel like filtering myself right now. So this dude went ahead and bought 12 Bitcoins, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So he's making money off the Forex trades, and now he's trying to grow the money even further and convert that into cryptocurrency. I was like, this dude's a genius. And I was like, wow, I should be doing this too. So that's one interesting way to look at what we're doing here. And again, I'll continue to share with it, but I did have that phone call yesterday, and they were basically, T3 is like, they're getting flooded with positive feedback, which is good. And they're like, Mark, you have to convert this into a product. We have to convert this into a product in which we can sell. My response was, sure. But members of my room should get grandfathered in for free. Not that you were promised this service, but you should still get grandfathered in for free because I intend to give you as much as I can for free, and I'm not here to nickel and dime you. Me, I would rather have a following of 20,000 people who pay nothing than have a following of 500 people who are paying me $100 a month. I would take that 20,000 people for free any day of the week. You don't believe me on the methodology? Look at Facebook. What do you think Facebook cares about? Growing audience. Later, figure something else out. That's where I am right now. I want to grow this audience, so just thought I would share that story with you. Enjoy these trades. You can obviously hit print screen. Again, I did chase in the euro pound. Like I told you guys, I was going to chase in that because it's trading pretty much at the same price I paid. Because pretty much it just missed my entry by it was so obnoxiously close. My order was 0.88555. Again, low of the day, 0.88568. Funny. But that's where I wanted to buy the euro pound. And there are many people who are looking at this who bought here on the exponential 8, hoping it would bounce off a nice bull flag, and now they're losing money, the people who are buying the euro pound on Friday. Right here is the true algorithmic level. And there's no telling how high this thing could go. This thing could go over 0.90, like 0.90, which would obviously be a little mini home run. We'll see what happens. That being said, did anyone look at Mark recently? No. This is not some egotistical rant where I'm staring at myself in the mirror and asking if you guys happen to see the phenomenal reflection in which I saw too. We're talking about Remark Media. I thought it was going to get over $6 when we were talking about it here. It did. And then it shot higher. Now, for you YouTube guys and gals who weren't here this morning, we put a $19.50 to $20 target this morning on XNet. XNet was also, coincidentally, on last night's game plan, as you know. Look what happened with XNet. Not only that, we said the opening print could be the low of the day. We said that this morning as well. Opened at $16, low of the day $15.91. 9 cents off from that being correct. And it exploded. Severely disappointed with myself. I didn't trade this thing right. You know, I made a couple $1,000s and I almost vomited upon myself. Simply because I felt this should have been a $25,000 trade. The only problem is the options were a little wide, but they were going off like the 17.5 calls. I could have done this one better. Again, pretty disgusted with myself, but there. You guys care to discuss what's on the game plan for tomorrow? Let's do it. I'm going to bring up Splunk again. That's Sam, Peter, Larry, Kilo. Again, I don't always use the NATO phonetics perfectly, but we all know that Sam and Peter start with S and P. And Peter is just a very attractive name, so you better know how to spell that. So, beautiful bullish doji. Similar formation to XNet yesterday, when I called XNet long yesterday. On Sunday. Yeah, it was yesterday. When I called XNet long on Sunday, you see that beautiful pop-up today. This is a similar formation. Now, what's going to make this one work like XNet or fail or not work like XNet is the pre-market volume. XNet had a lot of pre-market volume, and if you go back to my rules on dojis and bullish dojis, the first thing I look for is heavy pre-market volume. And we had that today in XNet. That's why it worked. Now, high pre-market volume is relative. Splunk, if it has 30,000 shares pre-market, that's huge. If it has 50,000, that's even better. So we'll see what this one does tomorrow. Still tracking it. Got upgraded today, $85 target from 75 at Baird. Next is Marvel. Not Marvel superheroes, but Marvell Technology. 2181 is your breakout level on Marvell. They were trying to buy out a company today called Cavium, saying the deal is going to be many months in the making, as they do want to take over CAVM. We saw that one move beautifully as well. So maybe we see mergers and acquisitions in the semiconductor sector. Keep an eye on names like AAOI, which actually went down today, despite the sector being so hot. I'm looking for a bullish breakout from today's high tomorrow, 2181 in MRVL. Next is Riot. Lauren was watching this name. I think I was calling the long basically by $7 here. And this is Riot Blockchain. Again, cryptocurrency. We think cryptocurrency when you hear blockchain. Stock exploded out today. I'm looking for follow through $11.17. Next is last but not least is Square. That's SQ. A little bit played out. Credit Suisse came, raised the price target to 37 from 31 today. I'm just thinking to myself, Square is testing Bitcoin as well, saying they're going to offer users the option to buy, sell, or hold Bitcoin on its Cash App. So you're seeing a lot of these companies integrating cryptocurrencies into their quote unquote wallets, ensuring the bubble continues. Bullish doji as well, looking for follow through from the all time high 4606 SQ. So if you wish to copy my game plan, is this too big? If you wish to copy my game plan and all my Forex orders, you can go ahead and hit print screen now. If you're listening on YouTube and you wanted to ask me a question live, you can email me, mark.melnick@t3live.com. Now I'm going to answer. I'm out of breath because I'm still sick, but now I'm going to answer all the questions in my room. Oh, it's my pleasure, Bubbles. 7 continents. Algorithms work only on Forex, not stocks? Oh, no, they work on both, Rob. It's just that here's the funny thing about algorithms. First of all, if you think about algorithms, that's all a Bitcoin is. It's not made of metal and you hold it in your hand. It's an algorithm. It's a tremendously complex algorithm. That's all a Bitcoin is. Now, what happens is as the US markets continue to increase in the amount of dollars and shares and volume done, as more human beings are being put on this planet and more shares may be traded, it's going to make algorithmic analysis much easier. It's going to make trading 100 times easier for us because, honestly, we are probably one of the best and biggest pioneers of algorithmic analysis on the planet. That's what we do. When we look at technical analysis, we don't say any system is better or worse. It's never about that. It's not like, for example, I don't use Bollinger Bands. I know they work. I don't use Fibonacci. I know it works. I don't use the Relative Strength Index. I know it works. And you might not use some of the things I do. And that's fine. What I'm saying is a trend line anybody can use despite their parameters. And if, when done correctly, you could predict with phenomenal accuracy, excuse me, where black boxes or algorithms or robotic traders, if you will, where they're going to buy and sell. So literally, the more and more volume we get, Rob, the easier trading is going to be. And guess what? The volume's increasing. Trading is going to get easier for us. We are literally... I don't know any other system, training course, chat room, which does it like the way we do. We are unique in that matter, so that is why I'm saying we're the pioneers of a program. And what I'm seeing from my end is that more and more algorithms being programmed are trying to program themselves to the same way, where they're not trying to say, if this happens, then buy here, and if that happens, I mean, really is a bunch of if-then, pretty much, for the most part, it's a lot of if-then commands. If this happens, then do this. If this happens, then do that. Like, that's pretty much what these black boxes, for the most part, look like. But it's getting to the point where they're going to start asking, they're going to get more complex, and they're going to start asking questions. Where are these other algorithms going to buy? And they're going to start trying to determine that. And that was really the whole point of this trendline course, which I'm doing more details tonight. Oh, excuse me. I'm doing more details tonight, and I want to teach you guys because I want to make you guys more money. I want to make you guys better traders. I want everyone to succeed. All right. Does it move during the day or night? EST. Um, it usually closes at 5 o'clock Eastern. If you're talking about the Forex markets, Robert, usually closes at 5 o'clock Eastern and then opens up tonight again. Um, hey, look, our Euro Pound is currently working that we chased in. Um, it opens up Sunday. I mean, there's a schedule online. Truth is, I like to remain ignorant. To me, the ignorance is bliss when it comes to forex. I don't follow anything else but these trend lines. And until I see systems that are more consistent than mine, which I'm being told that there really isn't, I'm going to say what I'm doing is the right thing and what I'm ignoring is the right thing. And that's not to say that I can't make it better. That's just to say at the moment I don't care to make it better because there's no reason to. So when I tell you that excuse me again, when I tell you I'm ignorant in Forex, I literally mean it. Most of you guys are like, I've never traded Forex before. Okay. You're inputting an entry, a stop loss, and a take profit level. That's it. Buy or sell, obviously. That's it. If you approach it like that, it should be pretty easy, and that's the whole point of me sharing these levels because, hey, look, you could do the exact same thing I do. Look how easy. Yep. I'm trying to make sure that everybody in the room here is still good, Ken. That is my intentions. I do not make the final call at the end of the day. But even if I get some phenomenal rate for the room, like something stupid, like $5 a month or $1 a month, just something stupid that makes no sense. I'm trying for free. That's my goal. I'm sure it's going to be somewhere in between. I need to have at least one Bitcoin. Barbara, wow. YRD, wow. True resistance today is 45.26. High of the day 45.22. Beautiful breakup. For tomorrow, Barbara, we need to hold about 44.95. Pet IQ doesn't surprise me. Again, we called it bottoming here. We'll see how far it could go up. It got upgraded, I think, today, which is why you see this type of move. I would have issues buying in here. Appreciate the heads up on what the Euro Pound is, Ken. It's RP. Priyanka, thoughts on AAL? Don't fly them if you're tall. The seats suck. Almost broke my knees when somebody on the airline, pulled their seat back. And if you're on an airline, for God's sake, and you want to push your seat back, just have the courtesy to look behind you and ask if it's okay. That's like the nice thing to do, you know? Don't break the person's knees behind you because you just, all right, I have the right to pull back, slam. It's like, thanks, dude. So I don't like, I'm biased. I'm the wrong person to ask on American Airlines, is the point I'm making. Other than that, it's confusing because you're underneath resistance, the above the 8, above the 200, fighting the 21 below the 50. Mixed feelings here, besides for my personal bias. VRX, we mentioned this one today too. Bullish, I could see this one getting to 1697. Your trigger, 1574. I think you could get follow through tomorrow. Verizon, fighting the 21, moving out, the exponential 21, breaking out. Maybe it digests a little. Looks bullish to me. Weight Watchers, Oprah, Liking the move today. 47.18 is an A plus trigger on Weight Watchers. Keep an eye on that tomorrow. WSM, Williams Sonoma, bearish. I'm not going to be the person trying to catch this up move. However, I could tell you where I'll short it tomorrow. 48.21. STX at Seagate Technologies, fighting and failing the 200. Way too confusing. Pass on it until it pulls back. General Motors got the slight upgrade as we mentioned today, and I didn't play this one because the upgrade was really small. This is bullish on General Motors. Look for follow through 45.09, today's high for tomorrow. Triple D. Yikes. This tried to break out today and then pulled back. I mean, wow. That is quite ugly. For me, if you're going to remain bullish tomorrow on Triple D, you need to hold above $8.65. Yeah, I should probably take your advice, Robert. Peter agrees. Mark, am I still bullish on AAOI? No. Not until we get back above... I mean, this is a bearish engulfing bar with slight elevation of volume. Even if it gets to 44.77 tomorrow, it looks like a short. So no, I'm no longer that bullish. That can easily change, though, on AAOI. Yeah, it's called airplane etiquette. I looked behind me, and this dude in front of me, obviously, you know, no manners whatsoever. The dude behind me was a tall dude as well. And I said, you know what? I'll be more comfortable if I pull my seat back. I was flying, you know, San Fran to New Jersey, Newark Airport. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to pull my seat back. Because all I'm going to do is, for a slight elevation of comfort for me, I'm going to make the guy behind me much less comfortable. So I didn't even ask him. And look, if you ask somebody to move your seat back, they're not going to say no. Hey, excuse me, can I move my seat back? No, not going to happen, man. Sorry, not happening. Like, nobody's going to answer you like that. But at least you'll give them a chance to, like, what do they call it when a man spreads his legs? Like, man spreading, so he doesn't break his knees as you yank back your seat. Goodness. Airplane etiquette for sure. On TV, so we'll have a correction of some. Let me tell you something. The market goes down most years, January. Point, they're idiots on TV. They are absolutely idiots on TV. And I agree with you. Appreciate the analysis. Buy 45, sell 50. Interesting. On Verizon. I like that. I like that thought process. It really, if you look at what Biker is saying, it actually pretty much works since 2016, doing exactly what he's saying. I like it. Stuff like that I love, because I'm all for strategies like that. Don't even care why it works, just as long as it does. Love it. Barbara, check out Boot Barn. Breakout target is 1472. That's really nice of you, Bubbles. Yeah, before that worked even before on Verizon. Let's look at the weekly. Oh my goodness. Pretty much worked since 2012, 2013. That's awesome. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. That's really cool. Would love to know when you do some of these trades. Okay. All right, here you go. Last call to copy all my trades. And remember, I did chase the euro pound. I hope you guys enjoyed the NewsBeat live trading broadcast. Happy trading, make money, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning on the NewsBeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.